South Africa's status as the second largest economy on the African continent is indicative of its economic prowess and influence. With a population of 56 million coupled with its robust economy and military strength, South Africa undoubtedly stands as a commanding figure in the southern region of Africa. However, beyond its current stature, South Africa has intensified its efforts to bolster its development and enhance its global significance. It has positioned itself to wield greater influence on the continent and beyond, with many strategic plans in place. Is South Africa on track to become the dominant force throughout Africa, and what factors might contribute to this? Over the decades, the trajectory of development in South Africa has been marked by challenges and obstacles. Despite the turbulent journey, the nation has emerged as one of the most developed countries on the African continent, surpassing many of its counterparts. This remarkable progress can be attributed to the strategic utilization of its inherent advantages. Situated at the southernmost tip of the continent, South Africa boasts unparalleled geographic positioning, granting it access to two vast oceans. South Africa's rich natural resources, such as gold, silver, and coal, have been instrumental in enhancing its economic strength. These factors collectively have provided South Africa with a significant competitive edge in Africa. In the late 19th century, when diamonds and gold were discovered, South Africa's economy underwent a profound transformation, heralding a new era of economic prosperity. Among these minerals, gold emerged as the cornerstone, solidifying South Africa's position as the world's foremost producer. The mining sector swiftly became the linchpin of the South African economy, catalyzing further development. Big mining companies spearheaded investments in various economic ventures, diversifying the nation's economic landscape. This influx of foreign capital further fueled the expansion, laying the foundation for sustained growth and innovation in South Africa's economy. However, in the late 1970s, South Africa faced significant economic challenges, stemming from its apartheid policies, which resulted in dwindling investment and imposed trade sanctions. Despite the end of apartheid in the early 1990s, the economy faced challenges in quickly recovering as hesitant investors took a cautious approach, waiting to see how things unfolded. Then the dawn of democracy came in 1994 and marked a pivotal moment, signaling the end of South Africa's isolation as a Western enclave on the African continent. This ushered in a wave of renewed investment and confidence. The government embarked on a series of progressive policies, including affirmative action initiatives aimed at empowering the previously marginalized black population. Simultaneously, strategic investments were made in upgrading critical infrastructure such as transportation and communication networks, enhancing the country's appeal for business and investment opportunities. The government also undertook partial privatization of key sectors, including airlines and telecommunications. Despite encountering staunch opposition from trade unions, official economic policy leaned towards the ongoing privatization of numerous public enterprises, either partially or entirely, in a bid to stimulate competition and efficiency in the market. While South Africa's economic growth was already enhancing its influence on the continent, its strategic location between the Indian and Atlantic Oceans has historically granted it even greater influence in the region. During the era of the British Empire, controlling South Africa meant dominion over the vital Cape of Good Hope at the southern tip of the Cape Peninsula, thereby controlling key sea lanes between the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Since the end of the British era, South Africa has utilized its natural resources and strategic location to incorporate its neighbors into its transportation network. A network of rail and road connections extends from major ports like East London, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, and Durban, reaching northward through Zimbabwe, Botswana, Zambia, Malawi, Tanzania, and even into the Katanga province of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and eastward into Mozambique. Today, the Cape remains a crucial region within South Africa, underscoring the nation's pervasive influence throughout the southern third of the continent. South Africa further asserts its dominance within the 16-nation Southern African Development Community, SADC. The SADC is the intergovernmental organization focused on promoting economic cooperation and integration among its 16 member states in Southern Africa. With South Africa's GDP comprising approximately 77% of the total SADC, it stands as the dominant figure in the region. Leveraging its economic strength, the nation fosters regional integration, negotiates trade agreements, and backs infrastructure initiatives throughout Africa, solidifying its position as a pivotal player in shaping regional agendas. However, how is South Africa poised to emerge as the dominant force across the entire continent? In addition to its economic influence in the region, South Africa's rise as a continental powerhouse is strengthened by its strong military capabilities. With a substantial armed forces contingent totaling approximately 100,000 personnel, bolstered by a fleet of advanced fighter jets, attack helicopters, and state-of-the-art submarines and frigates, South Africa stands as a formidable force within the region. Yet, it's not solely about their military strength. The nation has also played a crucial role in fostering peace and stability, both regionally and continentally. A notable example is its significant role in mediating the conflict between the Ethiopian government and the Tigray representatives, which erupted in November 2020. Moreover, in 2022, South Africa intervened in a conflict within Lesotho, exemplifying its commitment to maintaining peace and harmony within the continent. In 2024, the South African military further expanded its global influence by becoming the fifth largest contributor of troops to the UN's peacekeeping efforts in the DRC. This transition came after more than 24 years of UN presence in the DRC, with troops from the SADC taking the lead, led by the South African National Defence Force. Additionally, South Africa's domestic defense industry has gained considerable recognition across Africa. Just in 2022, the nation exported a substantial $179.3 million worth of weapons, ammunition, and military hardware to over 70 countries across Africa and beyond, underscoring the industry's strong global position. While the presence of a robust military in Africa is evident, its strong relationships with foreign powers are poised to enhance its importance on the continent even further. Unlike many other African countries, South Africa's connections extend even beyond Western powers. While it acknowledges the economic significance of its ties with the West, its political alliances run deeper with the BRICS bloc and nations of the Global South. The BRICS, comprised of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, was founded in 2006 and has expanded its focus to encompass Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates. This intergovernmental organization seeks to promote trade, investment, and financial cooperation among its member states. South Africa places considerable value on the emergence of BRICS and alternative power centers such as Beijing and Moscow. The African National Congress, ANC, South Africa's ruling party, shares a historical connection with Moscow dating back to the Cold War era, when the Soviet Union supported its anti-apartheid struggle. These enduring ties continue to underpin South Africa's positive relations with Russia today. The significance of these foreign partnerships in South Africa's development is apparent. In 2021, China, South Africa's largest trade partner, facilitated a bilateral exchange of $13.5 billion in exports and $19.2 billion in imports of goods and services. Strengthening their trade relations, Chinese companies committed to purchasing South African products valued at $2.2 billion. Additionally, China pledged support for South Africa's energy crisis by providing equipment worth $8.9 million and a grant of $26.9 million. In July 2023, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa inaugurated a new Huawei Innovation Center in Johannesburg, emphasizing its role in propelling Africa into the fourth industrial revolution. In a 2022 interview, Foreign Minister Naledi Pandor highlighted the impressive achievement of South Africa nearing the goal of $100 billion in foreign direct investment within 3 years instead of the initially projected 5. This achievement underscores South Africa's appeal to international investors and reinforces its status as a leading economy in Africa, poised to exert significant influence on the continent. Although South Africa is progressing toward continental dominance, it grapples with many challenges. The aftermath of apartheid continues to loom large, manifesting in urban poverty, widespread unemployment, xenophobia, and ethnic tensions. These challenges are compounded by the influx of refugees into South Africa, escaping civil conflicts in Mozambique and Angola. Moreover, South Africa's economic and political trajectory is concerning, risking the stability of the state. The ruling ANC faces allegations of corruption and mismanagement, leading to a flawed democracy marked by extreme inequality. Concerns are also mounting regarding the potential for state collapse and a looming debt crisis. As South Africa faces challenges, other major African nations are witnessing economic booms. Nigeria is on track to overtake South Africa as Africa's largest economy by 2025, while Kenya is emerging as a regional leader in technology and innovation, also positioning itself to become Africa's powerhouse. Subscribe to our channel and embark on a journey into Africa's concealed narratives and untold stories. Delve into the continent's abundant history, unravel geopolitical complexities, and navigate its dynamic economy. It's not just about staying informed, it's a venture to challenge misconceptions and celebrate Africa. Join a community dedicated to understanding, engaging, and appreciating Africa. Hit subscribe, embrace the unknown, and become a part of Reshaping Perspectives.